Synergy Theater and Freestyle Repertory Theater present Right Away. It's a show, it's a jam, it's the best of both worlds, and it's happening right now. Please welcome your hosts for this evening, Kat Coppett and Ken Adams.
Hello and welcome everyone to Right Away. I'm Kat Coppett, an alumni of Synergy Theater and Freestyle Repertory Theater, and I'm delighted to be here.
And I'm Ken Adams. I'm the Artistic Director of Synergy Theater and a very proud alumni of Freestyle Repertory Theater.
Tonight's show, Right Away, is a co-production between those two companies, Freestyle Repertory Theater in New York City and Synergy Theater in Walnut Creek, California, two companies divided by a continent, but united in the belief that improvisation is an important theatrical art form.
We started presenting Right Away in May of 2020 out of a desire to keep creative people creating together in spite of isolation and uncertainty. Now, as we begin to step back into the real world, real life, 3D, it has been too hard a process to let go of, and so we have refused to do so. We love connecting with people around the world and sharing the creative spark, and we're going to stay right here and keep on doing it.
Amen. So here's how the show is going to work. We have 4 playwrights who will have 45 minutes each to write a brand new spanking play based on suggestions from you, the audience. So that's 1 play per playwright, 45 minutes each, 4 new plays.
And while they are off writing, everyone in the audience, that's you, is going to play some exciting improv writing games with Kat and I. So for that part, I think you're going to want to use paper and pen or pencil rather than your computer. That way you'll be able to see what's on screen while you're writing. And for one of the games tonight, especially, you will need to be able to see your screen. So grab a pen, grab a pad of paper. After each game, we will share and we'll take turns reading our stuff and clap for each other and laugh. And I promise you that it will be a very, very good time. It's very fun just to hear how many different directions everybody's writing goes in. After 45 minutes, the playwrights will return and present the world premiere reading of their new work.
That's right. So before we introduce tonight's playwrights, we have a few things to go over. So for those of you who've just arrived, we've asked everybody to turn off their screens and mute just for now. Then you're going to come back at different points and be doing all sorts of things. So you've come just at the right time to hear all of the instructions. If you're participating live via Zoom, as I say, do that for now. In a few minutes, when we start the writing jam, we will invite you to turn your videos back on. And we would love it if you do that. We are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. So when your video is on, you will be seen by more people than are just in the Zoom right now. So if you are in a witness protection program or someone in your home is running around naked, then maybe don't turn on your camera. But other than that, we really do think it's fun for all of us to be in the Zoom together as if we were in a room together. We can support each other. It's fun to see people laughing and clapping, giving a thumbs up. And the more encouragement we give each other, the more fun it will have. Lastly, we invite you to open up the chat feature, which you will find if you hover your cursor over the bottom center of your screen. There's a little dialogue box that looks like a dialogue box, and that will open up your chat for you. That's how we will be getting suggestions to inspire our playwrights and sharing things as we go along.
And speaking of playwrights, let's introduce tonight's intrepid writers. Our first playwright is Laura Valpy. Laura, why don't you come on screen? Laura is a playwright and a performing member of Freestyle Repertory Theater. She is an improviser and storyteller extraordinaire. Laura, how do you plan on using your improvisation experience to help write your play tonight?
Honestly, I just really want to let my characters do the talking because I don't think I've got anything tonight. So I'm.
All right. Well, Laura's having a little bit of a technical glitch at the moment.
Let my characters say yes. Oh no! I will try to fix it. Ah!
That's right. You were frozen, but it has sent us all into a state of euphoria trying to guess what you said. So thank you very much, Laura. Why don't you go backstage and we will see you soon. Break a leg tonight. Kat, you want to introduce our next writer?
Sure. Our next writer is Laura Livingston, the artistic director of Freestyle Repertory Theater. Hello, Laura.
Hello, Kat and Ken and everyone else. Great to see you all.
Laura, I know you've been doing a fair number of actual in-person projects at the moment. Is there anything that is inspiring you that you want to bring into your activity here tonight?
Oh my gosh. Well, just it's nice to bring the excitement that one feels in rehearsing in 3D with real people there. I feel like I'm kind of like in two worlds now. I'm in the, I just came back from rehearsal for Radium Girls at the Metropolitan Playhouse, where we're all like in a very small theater and wearing our masks and working together. And then coming back to do something that we invented during the shutdown. So I feel like I'm kind of getting the best of both worlds here.
Yeah, there you go. I feel like that was a very complicated, hard question. I didn't mean to ask you like an SAT level question. We're just delighted to have you here.
That's why I rambled, and I should have said more kind of long, as we all know.
Well, whatever you write is fantastic. Thank you so much for being here. Who we got next, Ken?
All right, our next playwright is Michael Durkin. Michael, come on screen. Michael Durkin is a founder of Freestyle Rep, its executive director, and a teacher and performer who has developed and appears in Freestyle's video series, Home Foolin'. Also works in New York City as an actor in scripted theater. Hello, Michael Durkin. How are you?
I am fine, Ken. Kat, always good to see you. You're both looking just great tonight. I'm feeling good. Spunky.
Michael, how do you feel being an actor helps your writing process?
If you when I write, I try to become each of the characters as I'm writing. So that may or may not help, but we'll see at the end of tonight.
We sure will. Go on backstage. And Kat, if it's all right with you, I'll take the next introduction as well. I have the information for that. Our final writer, we are very proud and honored to have with us Sheila Ed. Sheila, please come out. Sheila likes to improvise. She also likes being forced to write plays. Her play, Hollywood Nurses, is being produced at the Phoenix Theater in 2022. Sheila, thank you so much for being here. Can you tell us a little bit about Hollywood Nurses?
Yes, Hollywood Nurses is an homage to the lesbian pulp fiction of the 1950s. It turns out that we didn't know we had a community. And so the covers of the pulp novels would kind of give away what they were about. And it was a secret code. Women would pass them to other women, and that way they found out that they weren't actually alone. Interestingly enough, they all had to have unfortunate endings because of the censors.
Interesting. I look forward after our show tonight, we're going to have a talk back. I would love to ask you some more questions about that and chat about that a little bit.
Yeah, none of those hardball Oprah questions though, Kat.
That was a softball, right?
No, but I mean, like the one you loved at Livingston, I was like, oh, geez.
I know. I don't came out that way. It was like it's sort of about I was trying to let her talk about her real life and sort of lob it what she's doing, but then I combined it with the like writing thing.
It was very intense. It was beautiful. I'm not saying Laura couldn't handle it. I'm just saying I couldn't.
Handled it very well, but I sort of had like, yeah.
It was good.
It was like
I'll go backstage.
Final round spelling bee question or something.
Exactly. Also, I will not be cursing this evening. I've learned my lesson. I will no longer be the Roy Kent of improv.
Damn right.
All right. Good luck to you tonight, Sheila. And in fact, we're going to bring everybody right back on the screen. Let's bring all of our playwrights back onto the screen. And at this point, audience, I suggest you open up your chat feature, because that is how you're going to be able to give suggestions to our playwrights today. So they're going to ask you for suggestions. When you have an idea, just type it in your chat, and that's how we'll get it. And Kat, why don't you take over and facilitate getting the suggestions?
I certainly will. All right, so why don't we go in the order that we introduced you? I believe Laura Valpy will be asking for the first suggestion.
Sure. First, how is my connection?
Doing better.
It's better
at the moment. Yep.
Okay, so far. Okay, great. I mean, it's October, it's Halloweeny time, so I'm just gonna delve into that, whether or not my play is Halloweeny at all. At least my suggestion asking is going to be Halloweeny.
Awesome.
Okay. Audience, please think back to your favorite Halloween costumes that you have of your own. Think back to your own. And in your chat, please chat one or two of your favorites. And I'm going to choose one as inspiration for
Halloween
tonight.
costumes. Type in the
Yeah,
chat.
what was a favorite Halloween
Halloween
costume, of course? From your childhood, from your not childhood? I don't know. Let's see.
Here we go.
We've got Raggedy Ann, a scary window. Yes, that was the costume. A yellow Lego. Mrs. Doubtfire and Kenny from South Park. Lady M's ghost.
As we're fielding those suggestions, hello, Wendy. May we kindly ask you to turn your camera off at this point as we're getting suggestions, and we'll bring you right back on in a few moments for the jam, I promise.
These are all amazing. And of course, I have to take a scary window.
A scary window costume.
A scary window. Thank you.
Fantastic. And Laura Livingston, you're up.
I'm next.
Yes.
All right. So if people were here before the show officially started, they learned that while we're very separate from each other, Mike, Laura Valpy, and I are in New York City, but all the rest of us are spread out from each other. We have a improv history that goes way back. And there used to be a couple of suggestions that improvisers would just ask over and over and over again from the audience. And it always kind of baffled me. So I'm going to ask both of those tonight in homage to the improv of the 80s. One is, may I have a household object, please? And the other one is, may I have a non-geographical location? I'd like both.
And a non-geographical location is just like, well, we'll let them see whatever they make of it. I
never really
an audience understand what that is. So you're getting a higher milk frother. I love
a
this.
common household object.
I asked that question at my wedding, by the way. I asked for a
I gotta clean out my milk frother.
Just for my wedding registry, I'd like a common household object.
To compare my husband to in my improvised vows.
Nice. That's awesome.
Well, we've got two household objects. Do you want to start there?
All right. I'm going with subway platform, since that's my only non-geographical location I've got. Wait a second. Now I've got cupboard under the stairs. Okay, I got to go with milk frother and cupboard under the stairs.
All right. Very nice. Michael Durkin, you are up next.
I got to go clean up my milk frother. It's filthy. Here's what I'd like. I would like you to tell me the name of a laundry detergent or candy bar. Either one of those two elements, either one of those two things. I'd like the name of a candy bar or the name of a laundry detergent.
Here they come.
Tide, I see there. Baby Ruth, Surf Payday, chock full of suds.
Nice.
I gotta go with I gotta go with chock full of suds. It sounds like I'm going to make a bubbly cup of coffee.
A hybrid suggestion. Very nice. And finally,
chock full of suds.
Sheila Head. Here we go.
Hi, I just want to make sure my sound is better.
Yes, thank you.
Right, so it's nice and clear now, and everything is okay. Good.
Great.
Because as Mike Durkin pointed out, I like people to write my plays for me. I'm that lazy. Just throw out some lines of dialogue that I'll incorporate in somehow, maybe. Just throw them out, and I'll just like.
You need 100 or so. That'll do.
5 pages worth.
That's right. Here we go.
Just lines of dialogue. They don't have to make sense.
Anything one person can say to another.
Anything, yeah. Just like this is just a thing.
Say out of their mouths.
I can't believe you asked me that. Let's pretend this morning never happened. Hold on.
These are great.
Hold on. I gotta write it down by hand.
Might as well tilt the landscape.
Copy paste like that one week living.
Wait more. Okay. Let's pretend this morning never happened. Wait, there's more. And then I can't believe the milk is out of date again. I'll take that one. The milk is out of date again.
All right, here we go.
Oh, wait. I watched it at night with my parents. I'm going to take that too.
Okay.
Wait a second.
More of them. All right, all right.
That's the whole first scene.
Yeah,
Before
no.
things
Not
get
taking
too out
my-
of hand, let's
Might
wrangle
well
back
tilt
because we
the
want to give you a...
landscape?
What?
You're not taking might well tilt the landscape?
I didn't see. Where's that?
I'm taking that. If you're not taking it, I'm taking
I
it.
didn't even see it. By all means, you may have it. I mean, it would finish my play for me. But
That play's going to go on forever then.
in 45 minutes.
All right. 45 minutes is in fact what we have. What comes next?
I just wonder if I might take one of these too.
Oh, now I feel left out. I want one.
All right.
I'm gonna take.
You guys grab it, but I get.
I'm sorry, ma'am. That's just my umbrella. I'm taking that.
All
one.
right, and the
I didn't even
suggestion
see
gate has
that.
closed. I'm sorry. At this point, no one is allowed to take any more suggestions,
Oh.
and you will simply have to write your own plays. So here's what we're going to do. Believe it or not, we're about to hear all of the suggestions again. So we'll go around, and when I call your name, remind us of what your suggestions are, and you may not add any. So you are stuck to the ones that you have already claimed. Laura Balfi, what are your suggestions?
A scary window.
Ah, nice and simple. Thank you. Laura Livingston, what are your suggestions?
A milk frother, a cupboard under the stairs, and might well tilt the landscape.
And Michael
Everything
Durkee.
you're thinking is better than what I'm going to write.
I have chock full of suds, and I'm sorry, ma'am. That's just my umbrella.
And Sheila Head.
Let's pretend this morning never happened. Wait, there's more. I watched it at night with my parents. Something about milk.
All right. All right. So,
I can't
in
read my
just
handwriting.
a few seconds now, we're going to send you away for 45 minutes to write your plays based on these suggestions. But keep an eye out for texts on your telephone, because not only will we be sending you time reminders, we will also be sending you suggestions throughout the course of the 45 minutes, which you must incorporate into your plays as you are writing them. And remember, whatever you write will be right. All right. On your marks, get set, right away.
All right. All right, everybody. As our writers are turning their videos and sound off, hopefully tuning us out, we now invite you to turn your videos on and say hello.
Hello, Dante. Hello, Wendy. Hello, Danielle. Hey, Kat, as everybody's coming in the room, do you have your phone and can you send text?
I do, and I can.
Okay, awesome. Hello, EJ. Hello, Karen. Welcome, everybody. Hello, Bill. It is awesome to see you all here. Hello, Kathy.
Well, you guys are already grand. So if you haven't already, as Ken was saying, you're going to want to grab some paper and a pen or pencil. We are streaming on YouTube and Facebook. So if you are bearing a body or something, you don't want to be here and get caught, that's fine. But we are very, very happy to see you. And we think it's great that we can. So now we get to play and create our own writing masterpieces.
All right, let's take it away. If you have not yet come on screen and you would like to, please do. Please do. It's fun and it's helpful. All right, we're going to start off with just a warm-up exercise. When we improvise on stage, we work with what I phrase anyway, the 3 rules of improvisation. Be spontaneous, make your partner look good, and build on your partner's ideas. When we write, we are our own partner. So I encourage you, be spontaneous. First thought that pops into your head, go ahead and put it down. Make yourself look good. Whatever you have in your mind is perfect. Let it out there and love it and build on your own idea. One thing happens and then you just write down the next thing. So we're going to start with a spontaneity writing game called Pop quiz. I'm going to ask you questions as if you are in a school and I'm the teacher and I'm giving a pop quiz, and your job is just to write down the answers. Now, these, of course, will be made up questions, and anything you say will be right. So your job is just to be spontaneous. We'll start with just 3 questions, then we will read some out and share them, and then we'll do another round. All right, so here we go. Question number 1. What is the name of the Queen of Mars? Go ahead and write that down, the name of the Queen of Mars, and you're just going to make it up, whatever you say. The Queen of Mars has a favorite pet. What kind of animal is her favorite pet? And this favorite pet stole something from the Queen of Mars. What did this pet steal? All right, see how easy that is? Now go ahead and turn your audios on, folks, so you'll be able to respond. Dante, if it's all right, we'll start with you. I'll ask you the question and you just read out your answer. So here we go. Dante, what is the name of the Queen of Mars?
Ratita.
Yes, that's right. And what is her favorite pet?
A sash dog feline squatch.
That is exactly right. And what did that pet steal from the Queen of Mars?
A tampon.
That is exactly right. And that story goes on to explore enormous, deep, and provocative issues. Thank you very, very much. Karen Harrell, what's the name of the Queen of Mars?
Molly May.
That's right. What's her favorite pet?
A macaw.
And what did the pet steal?
Macaroons.
That's exactly right. EJ, what's the name of the Queen of Mars?
Scarantula.
That's right. What kind of pet did she have?
Humans, lost astronauts from Earth.
That's right. And what did these pets steal?
Her intergalactic medication.
That's absolutely right. Wendy, what's the name of the Queen of Mars?
She-Ra.
Yes, that's right. And what kind of pet did she have?
A dog.
Yes, that's right. And what did the dog steal?
Her earrings.
Yes, that's absolutely right. Bill Durkin, what's the name of the Queen of Mars?
Becky.
Yes, that's right. What kind of pet did she have?
A June bug.
Yes, that's right. And what did the June bug steal?
Purse.
Yes, that's right. Kathy Mikado, what's the name of the Queen of Mars?
Valencia.
Yes, that's right. And what kind of pet did she have?
A rock killer squirrel.
That is absolutely right. And what did this rock killer squirrel steal?
Her dignity.
Yes, that's absolutely right. Amy, would you like to answer for us? Go ahead and turn your microphone on so we'll be able to hear you. Amy, what's the name of the Queen of Mars?
Sheba.
And what? That is absolutely right. What kind of pet did she have?
A narwhal.
Yes, that's absolutely right. And what did the narwhal steal?
Her faith in humanity.
Wow, she lost her faith and humanity and her dignity. She might want to stop keeping pets.
Yeah.
All right, beautiful job. See how easy it is? We'll do another round. Kat, just for fun, do you want to switch off questions with me? So I'll ask a question, then you ask a question.
Oh, sure. I'll have to improvise. Excellent.
Yes, you'll have to improvise. We'll make them nice and simple. We're still just doing a nice warm-up game, but maybe this time we'll have, I don't know, let's call it 8 or 9 questions, and we will and we'll see how the answers to the questions form a little spontaneous improvisational story. So I'll start just nice and easy, back and forth, Kat. So here we go. What time of day was it? That's your first question. What time of day was it?
And what was the activity happening?
What went wrong during the activity?
Who came to the rescue?
how did it all end? That's fine.
That was 4 questions.
Yeah, well. All right. Hey, Danielle. Go ahead and turn your microphone on for us. Thank you very much. Danielle, what time of day was it?
8:15.
And what was the activity?
Balloon races.
What went wrong?
Spike Lee showed up.
Who came to the rescue?
My mother.
And how did it all end?
They fell from the sky.
Oh no.
Beautiful job. Let's see, who else would like to go? You see how fun and easy it is. Someone volunteer for us. Who'd like to read their answers next? EJ. All right. EJ, what time of day was it?
6 moons over Orion.
That's right. And what was the activity?
Royal yoga, morning royal yoga.
What went wrong?
Scarantula had a tantrum.
And who came to the rescue?
Captain Scuttlebug, her pet astronaut.
And how did it all end?
He produced a cherry chapstick, which always soothes her.
That's right. Those were the right answers. Awesome. We probably have time to read 1 or 2 more before we need to move on to the next activity. So let me just offer it to anyone if they want it. Is there anyone who would like to read out their answers before we move on to the next activity? Boom, boom, 3, 2, 1. All right. We'll put that one aside. And yeah, Kat?
Before we do the next activity, it has been 9.5 minutes. Perhaps
Yes, it has.
A suggestion.
All right. How about this? What I'll do is I'll ask the audience a question on this one, and then you can write it into the text rather than shout it out, because it's possible that they might be able to hear if they didn't turn their audio down. So we don't want them to hear it in advance. So go ahead and pop this into the text. And how about this one? The first suggestion that we'll send back to them is one of them opens a closet and something comes out. What comes out of the closet? And each playwright will have to incorporate this in their play. So go ahead and just pop it into the text if you have an idea. And then we'll grab one. Their Uncle Fred. I like that one. 20 years of unpaid bills from Macy's, a pirate. You want to pick one, Kat? I asked for it, so you could pick it.
A tuba, a one-eyed rubber duck. Well, you are so delighted by Uncle Fred. How can it not be Uncle Fred?
All right.
I think, what? Did someone have a strong, I heard a strong noise from someone.
That was me laughing uproariously.
Excellent. Well, he is laughing uproariously. All right. So I don't think closet is part of the suggestion. That was just getting, I just say Uncle Fred appears, or someone's Uncle Fred appears, or
I was imagining the closet, but okay. However you want to give it to them.
All right. A closet opens and Uncle Fred appears. That's your suggestion.
And Uncle Fred comes out of the closet. Yes.
I will say it that way. Uncle Fred.
Okay. Yeah. Don't say it like that.
All right. Okay. All right.
We all get a nickel every time someone makes that joke.
Yeah.
5. All right.
That is giving them a time warning. They have 38. Well, by the time she gets it to them, they will have 38 minutes left. And their first suggestion is they open a closet and Uncle Fred walks out.
Good. On my timer, they currently have 33 minutes and 26 seconds. So I
Okay.
told them 34 minutes.
I will sync up with you.
Okay. All right. So are we ready for the next activity?
Take it away.
I believe are our portraits. All right. So we are going to show you some portraits of some people. Here I go. And your assignment, should you choose to accept it, is to pick one of these people that somehow inspires you and write a monologue based on their inner thoughts in this moment. So at this moment, what are they thinking? What is the monologue or soliloquy inside their head? Do you have something you want to add to that instruction, Ken?
Just to make clear, you mean by a monologue, like in their own voice, what they are thinking in their own voice.
Right. So if I were like this and I were the portrait, I might write, I can't believe I'm stuck at this awful job at this call center. One day I'm going to get revenge on my boss. You see that little, I know how I'll do it too. You see that water cooler? I'm going to put poison in the water cooler, whatever.
Awesome. And how long will they have to write?
How long will they have to write, Ken?
I think they're going to have 2 minutes to write.
2 minutes. So it doesn't have to be any good at all. That's not nearly enough time to write something good. Just write.
That's correct. All right, ready and go.
About 30 more seconds. All right. And who wants to share?
Hey, Kat, can I make a suggestion on the fly?
That we leave it, what? That we
Yeah,
guess?
it might be fun. It might be fun to leave them up there so we could see the faces as we're hearing the thoughts.
Absolutely. Yeah. Put it back up. Let's get them back up again. All right. We could even hear the monologue, and then for some of them, you may name it explicitly, but some of them might even be fun to guess which portrait we're talking about.
Oh, that's a good idea.
All right. Who's inspired to do this?
Okay.
Share.
Oh, good. Oh, I'm excited. I heard two people say that at the same time. So, and it's a little hard for me to track who it was. So who, was that you, Danielle?
One of them, yeah.
Okay, great. Why don't you start us off?
Okay. I am the monarch of the sea. Hey, you better not mess with my mustache. I told you handlebars are out this season. Get it? Season? Fine, I won't move. Just make it a little shorter or else you're dead. Best part of the cut.
Awesome. I like the song part.
And the puns, excellent. And I think you'll be able to point to which character that is. Excellent. Awesome. Who else just spoke up and said, I'll do it right first?
I did,
Dante.
Patty.
Oh, Dante and then EJ. Okay, Dante.
Okay. I wonder if that beef pad thai that's been sitting on my table for about 3 weeks is still good to eat. Sure, why not? I'll try it. I mean, why waste food, right? Before this photo shoot, I wonder if I flushed the toilet. Wonder if this uniform makes me look short. That's about it.
Awesome.
Okay. I can go.
Yeah. EJ, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it me or is it someone else?
I don't know. Who am I listening to? It's harder for me to see with the things up.
EJ, go ahead.
Okay. Ye gads, but my bloody neck is stiff. I told that damn corporal to find me my fatigues. This uniform is 100% boiled wool. I'm positively weighed down with medals, drowning in accolades. Mind you, I do love a fringy epaulette. Very laughing cavalier, if I say so myself. Ye gads, but I need to pee. My bloody leg's gone to sleep as well. This better be good, and the bloody fool better not make my moustache look feminine. Thanks.
Oh, yeah. Beautifully performed as well. Beautifully performed.
Yeah.
Who else has one?
So funny.
I have one.
Okay.
Okay. Today is my wedding day. His family gave me their family heirloom jewelry as a dowry. I love the way the necklace and earrings look on me, but they are a sign to everyone that I am now a married woman. I want to remember this moment, a time when I was young and beautiful and full of hope. I won't wear them again until the wedding of my first child. What will I look like then?
Wow, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you know which one it was?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I think so. It's the woman.
I
on
was
the
kidding.
left screen. Okay. Of course.
Who was that reading? Was that you, Kathy?
No.
Who read that one?
Me, Patty.
Patty. That was wonderful. Thank you. I wrote one for the same character. I wouldn't mind popping on with it.
Great.
Good.
All right. Look at them, staring at me, all wishing they were me. Powerful, wealthy, young. If only they knew. If only they knew that inside I have fear. I can barely keep my composure, but I must.
Oh,
Oh.
beautiful. So if anybody else wants to share it, Karen, I want to hear from you. It is 23 minutes to go. So can we pause for a second, give them a suggestion, and then I want to hear Karen's and anybody else who wants to. So what do we got?
All right. How about for the next suggestion, a line of dialogue? But Kat, I think we're going to have to unshare your screen to see the chat.
Oh, yes.
Is that true?
No, we can see chat. We can see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not true. Thank you, EJ. Okay. So go ahead. A line of dialogue that one character in their play will say to another character. Go ahead and just pop that in your chat. We have ouch, that hurt. But why did she run away? Got a couple of more coming in. No, you just leave the chip. Call me paranoid, but there's a man in here.
Sort of a theme of the night. It's your turn to pick, Ken.
Oh, it is? Okay. Who was the one who gave that Uncle Fred suggestion? That was Karen. Okay, so we'll go with EJ's then, and we'll do call me paranoid, but there's a man in here.
All right, and Karen, do you want to read for us?
Sure. Let's see here. These frames are getting smaller and smaller with each year. Must be budget cuts. The new colorists must have had a wild weekend. Last week, the head cartoonist said, no blues, and here I am, all awash in blue tones. I really liked my red phase. That is when I was drawn for my adventures in Cabo.
That's beautiful. It's awesome.
All right.
All right. Anybody else? How about we move on to the next exercise then?
Yeah.
All right. So when we perform improvisation, there's a fun scene structure that we do from time to time that we call an alphabet scene. And the way it works is that each line of the scene starts with the next letter of the alphabet. So the first person speaking would start with the letter A and say something like, Albert, come in and sit down. Then the next person speaking would start with the letter B, but I would love to, thank you so much. The A, B, C, all the way through. So we are not going to do a scene, we are going to write stories. And we're not going to do the whole alphabet, but let's say we'll go from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. So the first thing that you're going to do is on the left-hand side of the paper, write the letters of the alphabet A through J, one underneath the other. So it would be like A, B, C, D, E, as if those were the first letters of 10 different sentences. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Then all you're going to do when I say go is you're going to spontaneously write a 10-sentence story. Each new sentence beginning with the next letter of that of the alphabet. Does that all make sense? All right. I'll do it too and put my money where my mouth is, so we'll see how it goes. So here we go, everybody. Nice and spontaneously, whatever you write is perfect. Ready and go. 1 more minute to write. Just get as far as you can. No stress, no pressure. 1 more minute to write. Another 30 seconds. All right. Put the final words down, the final period down. And who's ready? Who would like to read out their story? Dante! Dante, do me a favor, a big loud voice, okay? Your mic is a little soft for us, a big loud voice.
Okay. At 8 p.m. today, the body was found covered in chocolate, but also it had caramel because I tasted it. Checking to see if there were any other flavors. Did not know that I had COVID and I couldn't taste anything. Frankly, what I thought was chocolate was really poop. Good thing I had some juicy fruit with me. However, since I couldn't taste, I decided to lick a lot more, just in time to get some Giardia so I can have my good summer body.
Awesome job. Perfectly done. We'll read a bunch more, but Kat, let me just ask you for a time check. How are we doing, and when do we need another suggestion for them? You're on mute, Kat.
We are at 14 minutes, so we probably want to do another one pretty quick and then another one after that, right?
Okay, why don't we give a suggestion now, and then we'll go back and we'll read some more of these, okay?
Yep.
Okay, how about if the next suggestion is a sound effect, something, a certain sound is heard from off stage. What is the sound? All right, we have crunching of potato chips. Thank you. A theremin. That's a nice one. How about child's laughter? Is that okay, Kat?
Yeah.
All right,
Love
child's
that.
laughter. I have to show my ignorance though. Kathy, what is a theremin?
It's a musical instrument, like a
Ah.
that thing.
All right.
Makes
Thank
all
you.
the sci-fi sounds. Ooh, wee, ooh.
Oh, thank
Used
you.
a lot
All
in
right,
Doctor
well,
Who.
Yes.
We're going to send back a child's laughter, and that will be a sound effect that
child's
everybody.
laughter is heard. Is that what I say? The sound of child's laughter is heard?
Yeah. Mhm. All right. While Kat's doing that, let's go ahead. Who's ready to read their alphabet story? Bill, you want to read yours for us, please?
Oh, okay. I didn't get very far.
That's all right. As far as you got is perfect.
Airbnb is not a hotelier, but it may appear so to the untrained eye. Cryptocurrency is not money and trades not securities on its not exchange.
I think that's excellent. Thank you. Kathy, how about it? Could you?
Sure. Anchovies are extremely salty, but I'd rather not have them on a pizza. Cats love anchovies. Duh. Everyone. We need to pick a topping. Forget toppings. We need to pick a sauce. Ooh, gelatin would work. Horses' hooves. You realize gelatin's made from horses' hooves. I did not know that. Ice cream then. Just be serious and pick a topping.
I love that. All right. If there's anyone off screen who wants to read, but you'll do it from off screen, please speak up and let us know, and you'd be certainly welcome to do that. Anybody else on screen? Danielle, would you?
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so mine's a duologue. Absolutely not. But Becky, why not? Chances are we won't come back. Don't you think we should at least try? Evidently not. Well, for Pete's sake, party pooper, I'm going without me. Yeah, right. Hallelujah, you will? I guess so. Just hold my hand, okay?
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Karen?
Let's see here. Annie was so excited to go to the fair. Before she turned 10, she was never allowed to go by herself. Cautiously, she crossed the street. Danger lurked at every corner, her mother always told her. Extravaganza was the theme of the fair this year. Facing the entry gates, Annie felt her heart thumping against her chest. Going quickly through the gates, she heard the crowd and smelled the popcorn and fried things. Hoping to see the first show, she ran to the main tent. Imagine, today she would see the tightrope walkers. Just then, the tent began to fill with smoke.
Awesome. And EJ?
Okay. Actually, this seat is taken. But I'm your best friend, Angela. Can't you see you're not wanted, Tiffany? Don't talk to me like that. I'm sensitive. Everybody's looking. Pull yourself together. Friendship means nothing to you, obviously. Jeffrey will be here any minute. I want him to have this seat. Ha! Jeffrey! Whatever happened to Nigel and Jean-Louis? I don't want to talk about them. Jezebel!
Awesome job. All right. Anybody else? Anybody else green? All right. I wrote one. I'll read mine, and then we can. After I read mine, maybe we're close to giving the final suggestion, Kat, and then we'll have time to squeeze in one more quick cap it off exercise. So I wrote, Albert went to the marketplace. Betty had told him to buy enough food for the whole week, but he didn't have any money. Curse that gambling addiction, he shouted. Digging deep into his imagination, he came up with a plan. Every day at 8:30, the bank put their money into the armored truck. For once, he'd grow bold and steal it. Gripping his determination, he attacked. However, the armed guards were faster. Icy cold sweat dripped down his brow as his life ebbed away. Just then, Betty looked out of the window and wondered where he was. It was a sad story, a gripping tale of addiction and death.
So sad.
It was sad.
It was sad.
All right. How much time do they have left, Kat, to write?
They have 8 minutes left, so it's a little soon to give them another suggestion right now, I think.
Right? Oh.
Or
why don't we do the final exercise, and then we'll give a suggestion, and then we'll do the final readings.
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right. So this is Finish the Sentence. We're going to write some stories together. I'm going to read the first half of the sentence. You're going to finish the sentence. So you don't have to write down what I say. You just write down the remaining words in the sentence. For example, if I said she went into the bedroom and took, you might say her necklace and put it on her neck. Right? And then when we read them, we'll match them up together. So this will have about, I don't know, 3, maybe 4 or 5 sentences. All right, so here we go. Jasmine looked over her shoulder and saw. The last time this happened, she... Suddenly, there was a...
Sorry, could you repeat the last one?
Oh, suddenly there was a...
Okay.
Three more sentences. The sound of... Until at last. And that's why all right. We'll have to work a little bit quickly to get some of these readings in, but let's go ahead and do the last suggestion. You have one, Kat? Or should
I think maybe some kind of visual effect, because we've done sound, we've done lines of dialogue.
Okay, that sounds like a great idea. So how about something happens concerning the lighting, but not a blackout. Something else other than the lights go out. What kind of lighting effect is there? Awesome. You know what? Can we just grab them both because they're both too precious? So the northern lights appear, and followed by a disco ball effect.
All right.
And now we only have about. Oh, I'm sorry, Kat.
I was just saying, does it have to be in that order? It has to be first the northern lights, just the northern lights and a disco ball. Okay, nice.
We're getting so soft in our old age.
And this is the final suggestion, right?
Yeah, this is the final one. All right, who wants to read a story with me? Come on, come on. Danielle, I knew it. All right, here we go. Jasmine looked over her shoulder and saw
Mark trailing behind with a briefcase.
The last time this happened, she
was waiting to be seen by the judge.
Suddenly, there was a
commotion upstairs.
The sound of
kazoos trumpeted.
Until at last,
the briefcase was opened.
And that's why
Mark could not be a spy.
Awesome. I love that. Who's up? Who's next? EJ.
Okay, I'll try.
All right. Jasmine looked over her shoulder and saw
that her husband was finally asleep.
The last time this happened, she
put on her sequin dress and successfully snuck out of the house.
Suddenly, there was a
loud commotion. There's that word again. Loud commotion in the street below.
The sound of
old Mr. Cullens cussing loudly at his broken Cadillac.
until at last,
the old car spluttered to life and roared off, waking up her husband.
Oh, and that's why
she could never go out with the girls.
That was funny. That was fun. Oh, thank you. All right. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
I'll go.
All right. Just tell me your name. Who said that?
Patty.
Patty. All right, Patty. Thank you. Here we go. Jasmine looked over her shoulder and saw
the SWAT team exiting the Humvee.
The last time this happened, she
was caught in the crossfire.
Suddenly, there was a
caravan of black SUVs coming down the street.
The sound of
gunfire came closer.
Until at last,
The director called cut.
And that's why.
She loves living in New York City.
That was awesome. Kat, how are we doing on time?
Well, let me tell you, we have 1 minute and 16 seconds.
Holy moly, let's squeeze one more in. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Dante. All right, here we go. Jasmine looked over her shoulder and saw
a naked ghost.
The last time this happened, she
got his number.
Suddenly, there was a
tsunami.
The sound of
thunder.
Until it last.
Wait, with that question, I didn't get that question.
Make it up. Until it last.
Oh, until it last, the sun came out.
And that's why.
And that's why she smoked her last cigarette.
Beautiful job. And that, folks, is our jam. Yeah, give yourselves a huge round of applause. How wonderful.
There's 19 seconds.
Thank you all so much.
Should I cheat them 19 seconds or do we just want to pause for 12, 10, 11, 10?
9.
By the time they get my text.
8, 7, 6,
5,
4, 3, 2,
1.
Yay. Come back.
All right.
Everybody, thank you so much. That was wonderful.
Thank you.
Come back.
Can I ask, are all of you writers?
That is a great question to ask. Raise your hand if you're on screen. Raise your hand if you're a writer.
Yeah, there we go.
Define writer.
Raise your hand if you have ever written. Raise your hand if you own a pencil.
I own a pencil.
I write songs. Does that count?
Yes, it surely does.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
I write contracts.
You're a copywriter.
All right, we have one writer who has come back. That means at least the messages are getting out. 2 writers who have come back.
Oh, can you do that like the Count from Sesame Street, Kat?
One writer back. 2 writers back.
All right, come back, writers. Come back. Sheila Head is back.
2 writers.
Sorry, I just got that last text.
And 4 writers back.
All right, everybody. We have all of our writers back. Thank you all so much for a fun jam, everyone. Hey, writers, how'd it go?
You were torturing us.
It went slow. I was writing like I had all day. Oy, oy, oy. Very, very, very. I usually write short plays. Today's extra short, but whatever.
All right. So, we are going to go to an intermission in just a minute. But before we do, where are we? Okay, so if everyone wants to turn off their cameras for a minute, that's 45 minutes. You can turn off your video and your microphones. We're going to welcome back our playwrights. What we're about to do now is we're going to cast our shows. We're going to exchange our things. We will do that during the intermission. People can take an intermission or they can stay and watch the chaos as we do that. It'll be about a 10-minute intermission. While we're doing that, Ken, you're going to put some links into the chat if people want to know have you already done that?
Yeah, in fact, they're there already.
They are. That's fantastic. I got a little excited, so I'm just catching up on what we're going to do. And so we're ready to take our intermission, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead, Ken.
what I'm forgetting.
No. I'll just mention what those links were. Those are the links to our companies. And if anybody wants to check out freestylerep.org or synergytheater.com, we are both 501c3 organizations and both very grateful for and dependent upon your generosity. If you want to make a donation to either of our companies, we'd appreciate that very, very much. Also, if you want to come back and do more right away, that next link is to register for our November right away. So come back and have some fun with us again.
Awesome. You can find refreshments during intermission in your fridge, in your kitchen. Have fun.
All right. So we are going to take 10 minutes, everybody, and then we will be back with Act 2 of Right Away. 10 minutes starting now.
Woot.
Yay, that was a fun jam.
It was. Excellent writers.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm trying to cast. I'm trying to figure out who's going to do what. I think I've got it, but I've got to write it.
All right. I lost my microphone and my hearing again.
Did you?
Yeah, I had to leave the meeting and then come back on.
Oh, that's weird. My texts wouldn't come in. I even had my dinger on and everything, and then sometimes they just would sneak in, and it was terrifying.
Sorry, I've been there. I hate that.
Ooh, it's exciting though in a way. Okay, was I supposed to put my name on mine?
Oh,
when you email it.
Okay, so can I go ahead and cast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Laura, would you read Pauline?
Which Laura are you talking to?
Laura Livingston Durkin. Laura Livingston Durkin.
What's the role I'm reading?
Kat, you're reading Pauline.
All right.
Kat Coppett, would you read Katie?
Okay, I'm reading Pauline. Kat is reading Katie. Gotcha.
Correct. And the title of this is Dead, because I'm incredibly creative. Ken, if you could read Dan. And Dirk, if you could read Uncle Fred, right? Was that who it was? Uncle Fred?
Uncle Fred, all right.
That's you're Uncle Fred. Here it comes.
I think
Look
you're going to
out.
be Uncle Fred in a lot of people's.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe he's the same Uncle Fred.
All right, so that's
Yeah, he'll do it the
Sheila.
same way every time. Consistency.
That's how I can get good parts. I can make the suggestion, a bald man enters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Sheila. Anybody else ready to cast?
I'm ready.
Go ahead, Laura.
All right, we'll just call mine a scary window. Kat, if you will play Molly.
Okay.
Sheila, if you would play Aiden. Durkin. Uncle Fred.
Uncle Fred. They're going to all be different. I'm going to swear to God, all different.
But by the fourth play, Uncle Fred will have like an Irish brogue and be jumping up and down.
Ken, if you will play Billings. And Livingston, if you will play the child.
Oh.
Who comes in at the end.
All right.
All right, Laura Livingston, are you ready to cast?
Yes, I am, and I'm worried that I'm not casting Dante, and nobody else has yet. What?
Okay. I didn't know if we could get his email in time.
Oh yeah.
Dante, text us your email if you're feeling fresh. Text the group your email on the group chat.
But I'm going to ask Sheila to read 1. And Durkin to read 2.
Number 2 in Livingston. Okay.
Yeah. Mine's one of those that I just kept going in spite of.
Just 2 characters, Laura?
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have an Uncle Fred.
And Sheila? Oh, I'm sorry. So who didn't cast yet? Michael.
I haven't cast it. And I think this is the way it goes. Number 1, would that be Laura Livingston? Number 2 would be Laura Valpy. Ken, will you be my Uncle Fred?
All right.
Although I just call him Fred. And then Sheila.
I know. I'll know.
At the very end, there's a character named Sheila.
I'll do it.
All right.
We also do have Dante's email now, just so you know, if anybody wants to make it.
Shoot. Sorry, Dante. I should. We'll talk. It's my bad.
All right. All right. We have 5 minutes, my friends. 5 minutes. So let's go ahead and email and get our scripts collected.
I thought I did. I think I did.
Okay.
Do we have email addresses?
Yes,
we do.
Are we wanting to give somebody roles to read? Is that what I'm understanding?
If someone has a part for Dante, I'm happy to step out, or if there's another part for him to play. But if not, we can always do that next time.
Yeah. I would cast him as Aiden, but I hate to take away from Sheila.
Oh my God, no, that's totally fine. No, yeah.
Really?
I mean, please give it to Dante. That's
all right,
great.
Dante, let me get your email. Let me find it. I gotta go back here.
I got practicing my.
Dante, you want to read something? It's really short, so there's that. I will send it to you in this email. Hold on.
Michael, did you send yours yet?
I'm just about to. I just got to double check that
Me no.
what I'm sending is what I wrote. Okay, it is. Okay. And then I do have to send...
Also, it's okay if not, Dante. Just say if you don't want to.
It's called Dirk and Play.
Oh, wait. I'm in Valpy's too.
And Dante, if you can hear me, when it's mine, you're in it the whole time. So you don't have to worry about exiting and entering and blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
If you want to do it.
So
all right, sweet. Did you get it? I sent a PDF. See if you got it.
Val.
Not yet.
Valves. Okay. I feel.
I got it.
Sheila, yours is script title? Is that the name of it?
It's bed.
It's bed.
I'm going to change my internet, so I might go in and out.
Okay, hold on, Dirk. You didn't get it?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Did anyone else get it? Did everyone else get it?
I did. My kids, they're all coming in under the subject line emails for tonight.
Yeah.
Who's got characters? Dan, Katie.
That's me. That's Ben. That's mine.
All right, that's yours. Okay.
That's you. You're Uncle Fred there.
Okay.
Dan, Katie, Paulina, Uncle.
All right. I swear to God that
It's a PDF.
Yeah, well, I got it. I have and then I need.
Oh, this is funny.
Are those the only two I'm in? Sheila and Valps? I'm not in Laura Livingston.
And you're not in yours, except for the stage directions.
All right, that's great. So now, I have a question about the scroll. When does the scroll happen? And should I just look it up on the right away host thing?
Did you get the answer to that question, Mike, or not yet?
No, I didn't. But
Okay,
it looks to me like I get. It looks to me that after the last reading is when the scroll starts.
Right. So the way I have it in the script, host number 2, after the last reading, correct. After the last reading, the scroll starts, and then the narration is as the new normal approaches and we all get our acts together again.
All right. And I think Laura will be doing the voiceover thing.
Okay, good.
Away all our
And I will try to be doing the scroll. I don't know if you guys can hear the dryer downstairs.
All right, we have 30 seconds and then we're going.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, wait.
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
I think I have the wrong play up. I want to make sure I have Valky's play, and I think
All right, can we do it, everybody?
Oh, sure. I mean, why not?
I'm ready, I guess.
It's cold
All
reading. We all love
right.
it very much.
So let's have all of the playwrights please go off screen at this point.
I'm going. Here I go. There, I'm gone.
And Kat, whenever you want to take it away.
And actors.
Okay, we are back. And it is time to hear our first, actually, let's have all of our playwrights on stage. We're going to review the 4 suggestions that all of them got. And then we will go in. I'm a little bit distracted because I'm just wanting.
That's all right. That's all right. Let me just take a moment to. You got it, Kat?
I do.
Okay.
Welcome back. Grab your refreshments. Join us back in the theater. And while you're gathering, let me take this time to invite you, if you haven't already, to join our Facebook page right away afterwards. It's for people who've been part of the Right Away performance and would like to continue the conversation about the show or writing in general.
We ask now that you keep your camera off during the reading of the plays and your microphone on mute. If you'd rather not see the names of all of us with our cameras off, the preferable way to watch this is by you going ahead and clicking on hide non-video participants. And you do that by moving your cursor to the lower left. Click on that little caret next to the video camera icon. And on video options, you're going to scroll down to hide non-video participants. And you want to check that box off, hide non-video participants. That way you'll only see the characters who are on screen. And that won't affect what the rest of us see. At the end of each reading, it's fun to pop your camera back on for just a moment and give the playwrights a round of applause.
So now let's review the suggestions we sent to all the playwrights while they were writing. All right, so they were, the first suggestion was a closet opens and Uncle Fred comes out. The second suggestion was call me paranoid, but there's a man in here. The third suggestion was the sound of a child's laughter is heard. And the fourth and final suggestion was the northern lights and the disco ball effect appear.
All right.
You guys, I tell you.
And let's start off with, let's see, Laura Valpy, are you okay? You look a little frozen here. Okay, I'll tell you what, Laura's working on some technical issues. Why don't we start with Laura Livingston? Would that be all right?
That is okay with me.
Okay, so let's all go off and Laura Livingston, set up your play.
All right. My play is going to have
Sorry, hi, sorry, I changed locations. I'm sorry, I have a feeling you guys were waiting on me. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's all right. We're going to start with Laura Livingston's play, Valpy, so you can just go off screen for the moment.
Okay, sorry. Okay, I think I have a better connection over here. See you soon. Okay.
Okay. For my play, I got the suggestion, the household object, milk frother, and the non-geographical location, a cupboard under the stairs. And just for grins, I took a line from Sheila's suggestion, might well tilt the landscape. And let's see, Sheila Head and Mike Durkin are playing characters 1 and 2. I will go off screen and read the stage directions. Up suddenly, we cannot hear Michael Durkin.
What?
I heard him talking in the other room, but I don't hear him now.
Wow.
You know what? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes,
You can. Now I have to get your play, though.
all right.
I'm sorry, I'm not prepared to get your play. And I will be as quick as I can here.
Got the gremlins tonight.
Honest to God, they're all over the place.
So does this mean we should start with someone else's play?
Jeez. I'm close. I'm real close. Livingston, I got it.
All right.
And I'm ready. What number am I?
You're 2.
You're 2. All right. The play takes place in a cupboard under the stairs. Character 1 and character 2 are in the dark.
I brought a flashlight. Oh, good. Yeah, there we go. A little light on the subject.
Uh-huh. Let me see.
Oh, look. Some of the gloves are left-handed.
So?
Well, haven't you ever noticed that when you see a glove on the sidewalk or in a hallway or someplace all by itself, obviously lost, that it's always the right-handed one? Like someone took it off to get their credit card out or to push the banks back, or I don't know, maybe just look at their nails in a nonchalant way in order to project an air of nonchalance.
Oh, okay.
And then they drop the glove is all I'm saying, the right one, so it's usually the right one that's lost.
Yeah, maybe.
No maybe about it. This understairs closet stash of left-handed gloves proves it. Obviously brought home without the lost right-handed glove.
Right glove.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, you're saying the right-handed glove. When gloves are not dexterous, they're just either for a right hand or a left hand. They're not right-handed or left-handed.
Okay, take your point.
Starts helping to search.
So, tell me, why are we looking for the milk frother in here under the stairs?
Well, because we searched the kitchen thoroughly, as you recall.
I do recall.
And it wasn't there.
Okay, got the idea.
She searches more.
And what is a milk frother?
A closet opens and Uncle Fred comes out. It is a sepia photograph in a frame of a man from the 1890s.
Yipes, what is that?
That's a photo of Uncle Fred, who must be a great uncle, really, because he lived in the late 1880s.
Okay, I see. But what I'm truly asking is, what is that door? We're already under your stairway in a cupboard, but there's a closet in your understairs cupboard?
Yeah, so?
Like a circle in a spiral, like a wheel within a wheel. You have hidden depths.
He looks closer at the portrait.
What's that Uncle Fred has in his hand, holding it as a prized possession, as if the portrait is not a portrait of himself, but of the object. Is that?
That's a milk frother.
The very one we're looking for now?
Yes, indeed.
Just putting 2 and 2 together, Uncle Fred and his portrait of his milk frother just fell out of your closet within your cupboard under your stairs. Might you have put the antique milk frother in the same closet that you put its portrait? I think I'll have a look-see behind this door.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Why not?
Might tilt the landscape.
Call me paranoid, but there's a man in here. That man is you. And I insist you tell me what is in the cupboards and closets of your secretive mind. What is a milk frother and why do we need one? Why do you even have one? Why have you kept one for so long when you obviously don't use it enough to have a normal place? You keep it in the kitchen. And why can't I open the door behind, which I strongly suspect we will find the treasured milk frother of your Uncle Fred?
She sits, starts putting on left-handed gloves.
I will try on these left-handed gloves, and when I tried them all on, if you haven't told me everything, I will leave your house. I will not take on the job of writing your authorized biography. I don't care how famous and reclusive you are, and how astonished I was that you consented to be the subject of my book.
The sound of a child's laughter is heard.
I'm hearing a child's laughter.
Yes, that's my niece, Frederica. She's the light and joy of my life. She comes to see me every Friday, but she's early today. She loves to drink coffee with me, but she's only 4, so I only give her a teaspoon of coffee. With the rest of the cup I fill with milk, frothy milk. She likes to froth it herself.
One starts taking notes.
She hides it from me, the frother, every Friday. This is the best she's ever hidden it. Always before I found it easily. I'm afraid she's becoming sophisticated too. Sophisticated for the child's game I've enjoyed playing with her so much. It's unnerving me that you're taking notes.
Part of the job of the biographer. Keep going. Milk frother. Spill it.
Well, although I've prided myself on the arcane nature of the poetry I've written, the lengths to which people go to explain it to themselves, the depth they add to it with their explanations, I've decided, now that I know I'm dying...
Hold on. You're dying?
Like a disco ball in the Northern Lights.
I don't really get that. Or for that matter, why opening the inner closet door would tilt the landscape.
But they're powerful images, right?
Yes. Yes, they are.
But I want Frederica to understand me clearly, to know my story, my life. I want you to write it for me.
I think you should write it. Change your style to straightforwardness. Tell Frederica your story so she'll understand it. She'll want to keep coming back for frothed milk and your story.
He opens the inner closet door.
There. Let the landscape tilt.
Picks up the frother inside the inner closet.
This is the frother!
He opens the cupboard door and steps out into his house.
Frederica! I have a story to tell you.
Exits.
Nice glove.
I couldn't exit, I'm telling you. Now I'll exit.
The end.
My, oh, my, oh, my, oh, my, oh, my, oh,
Good
my,
times, so good times. Fun.
Well, thank you all. Oh, how nice to get all this applause in this. Thank you very much. Thank you very
In the
much.
very quiet room. Yay.
That's great.
Thank you. I was very arcane myself in my playwriting. So.
I thought it was like a Beckett play there.
It kind of was. It was very Beckensian.
I think we're all going to be just a touch
Shall we?
arcane.
Yes.
Valp?
Shall we circle back and get Ms. Valpy's play?
You bet.
Yes. Yes. Hopefully
I
it won't be too choppy this time. Am I too choppy? Oy.
You sound fine to us right now.
Oh, good. Whew.
Can I just ask, Laura Valpy, F means Fred, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just had to
Thank
make
you.
sure of that.
Yeah, I abbreviated, hopefully. Dante, as you can see, A means Aiden. Okay, cool.
Now my brother
What
has
shall
to.
I say? All right, so this is called A Scary Window. It has nothing to do with Halloween, but love that suggestion. I'll read stage direction. What's that?
Someone help Bill. Someone help Bill Durkin turn off his camera.
Sure.
Bill, unless you're in this play, Bill, you got to go away.
Oh. I thought we were watching these plays.
You can watch it, you just can't be in it. That's the problem.
Oh.
And I have that. Oh, there you go.
So just please turn your camera off. Thank you. And Dante, when you're not on screen, then you'll turn your camera off and you'll turn it on when you enter.
Okay. But Dante, you're going to be in this the whole time. Dante and Kat, you guys are in this the whole time. And then everybody else, you guys pop in when your characters do enter. So that includes you, Mike.
Okay, I'm going.
And I'll pop my own face off and I will read stage directions. Okay, here we go. The top-ish floor of the skyest of skyscrapers. Aiden and Molly, young people, stand looking out the floor-to-ceiling windows that tilt outward toward the city they overlook.
Oh, that's a scary window.
Aiden leans closer to the window.
Aiden, oh my God.
It's okay, Mo. Look.
He leans toward the window again and breathes a fog mark.
You're scaring me.
She steps back. He draws a heart in the fog mark.
Oh my God, you're such a dork. Will you please come back here? Please?
A closet opens and Uncle Fred comes out. Molly shrieks.
Billings! Billings! Where is Sam Hill is?
Uncle Fred?
Oh, Aiden, my dear boy. Oh, you have company. Aren't you going to,
Uncle Fred! This is Molly. Molly, my Uncle Fred. He lives with us now.
You've got some nerve, mister.
Excuse me?
Molly.
Coming out of a closet unannounced, just bursting out of a closet like that? Well, not like that. I mean, if you want to come out of, if one needs to come out of the closet, that's fine. That's good. But that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm pretty sure you know that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about a creepy old man bursting out of a doorway that doesn't matter what the doorway is from. It just happens to have been a closet. You're both looking at me like I'm crazy, but you know what I'm talking about. And I did not know that there was anyone else here, Aiden. You could have told me. That would have been helpful. And I'm really not the crazy one. You are the people living 100 floors up with windows that lean out. I'd say you are the crazy ones.
Hey.
Oh my God, are we swaying? We are, we're swaying now. I've got to get out of here.
She tries to find the exit. She opens a door.
Molly, please wait.
Call me paranoid, but there is a man in here too.
Billings, the butler, enters carrying Molly's coat.
Billings! There you are!
Your coat, Mum.
Oh, thank you. How did you know I...
Billings! Where have you been, you old coot? I need my Mucinex!
Manners, Uncle Fred.
Master Aiden requested I lay low, sir, for his date tonight, so as not to intimidate her or scare her away.
Too late. Anyone else want to appear out of nowhere?
The sound of a child's laughter is heard.
Oh, I should have known. Aiden, I've got to go. How do I get out of here?
Mom, hey, I'm sorry. I thought you'd like it up here. The city views, it'll take your breath away. Just give it a chance.
Child's laughs get closer and closer.
Someone need to check on that child.
Let me show you.
The child runs in wearing pajamas and splats herself against the window pane.
Oh my God!
Molly can't catch her breath, and scared out of her mind, she slowly goes closer to the child.
Kid, get off the... get away from the scary window.
Molly, she's fine. She does this all the time.
Ooh, a heart.
The child makes more fog with her breath and draws pictures in the pane. As Molly reaches for the girl, she looks up and out of the windows in awe.
Northern Lights. Is that the... How are we seeing the Northern Lights?
I told you, it was amazing up here.
There is a dizzying disco ball effect as all other lights fade. End of play.
Dante!
Those are awesome. Thank you for the read. Dante, thank you so much for the read. That was a weird one.
That was fun.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
All right, it's time for Michael Durkin's play. Once again, we'll invite all of our audience members to turn off their cameras. Michael, you can get us all set up.
I will. My suggestion was chock full of suds. And I just stuck in there, I'm sorry, ma'am, that's just my umbrella. I stuck that in there as well. And if everybody's ready to go, I don't think I have, what's that? Do you have it?
Yeah.
Just almost, so close.
Oh, okay, because I never write stage directions, so a lot of it's going to have to be just kind of understood, I guess. I try to weave it into the dialogue. I think it ends rather abruptly, so I'm going to say the end. But other than that, I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good time at Chock Full of Suds.
Trudy, I distinctly told you that Mr. Peterson's laundry was to be washed and folded by the time we opened this morning, and yet I do not see her bundle prepared.
Mrs. Peterson came in last night just as I was closing and picked it up. I know how important it is for you that we are responsible and reliable for all our customers, so I made sure it was ready for her.
You are an ideal member of the chock full of suds organization, Trudy, and shall always have a place of employment.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Krumholtz. You have no idea how important this job is to me and for my family. Ever since my dear father lost his job and mother twisted her ankle, I have been the sole support.
You're quite a young lady, Trudy. Well, 7 a.m. and time to open the doors and see what life brings us. Make sure the bell above the door is functioning. It's always such a welcoming sound. And Trudy, what are we?
We are chock full of suds. Oh my God. Uncle Fred, what are you doing in that closet? Have you been here all night? When you said goodnight to me and I went into the back room, did you sneak into the closet? Oh my God, Mrs. Peterson, I am so sorry.
I'm sorry, Trudy, but I had no place to go last night. Your father threw me out of the house because I drank the last of his liquor.
Trudy, quickly, shut the door and drop the shades. We do not want our customers to see this horribly unkempt individual. Chock full of suds has a reputation. This man is abominable.
Lady, forgive me. I was desperate. I had no place to go. You have to understand, since I came back from the war, I have been having a lot of trouble readjusting.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You were in the war?
Yes, Mrs. Krumholtz. Uncle Fred was in the 1st Division that stormed the beaches of Argonne.
I don't like to talk about it, but yes, that was a day that will always torment me.
Please forgive me. I honor all those who served.
No need for forgiveness. I know what I look like, and I know the embarrassment I caused Trudy's family. I just am trying to find a way to...
Uncle Fred, I know how hard Father has been on you. I will talk to him and...
Trudy, call me paranoid, but there's a man in here. A vital man, a man who can be reclaimed with some simple affection and a little employment. Come over here, you noble warrior, and let me give you a big hug.
You are the first person who has shown me any respect or consideration since my return. You are truly a good person. I humbly accept your hug.
Oh, my dear. Fred, what is that which I am feeling in this embrace?
What do you mean? Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. That's just my umbrella. It was raining last night when her father told me to leave. At least he gave me that.
Mrs. Krumholtz, you'll want to open the laundry soon. I'll take Uncle Fred back home and speak with my father.
Nonsense, young lady. This establishment could use a little masculine energy. Uncle Fred, have you ever worked an industrial washing machine?
That was part of my duties in my platoon. I kept my men as clean and pressed as I could.
Mrs. Krumholtz, here's a picture. Oh, God bless you. Here's a picture I always keep of my uncle and his men. Look how spiffy they are.
That is impressive, Fred. Is that Mrs. Peterson's little girl's laughter I hear? Trudy, did you do her second load as well? I had forgotten to tell you about the second load. It's her husband's shirts.
No, I didn't know how to do that. She is our most important customer. What shall we do?
Open the door. We'll have to take the consequences. Good morning, Mrs. Peterson. I know this is unexpected, but...
Fred! You're back from the war and safe? Oh my God, Fred, I worried so much about you, my dear school chum.
Sheila, how good to see you. Yes, I am back and I am safe and I feel like dancing with everyone as the aura makes my new life so much better. Breakfast, you and I, Sheila, some breakfast. I'll tell you stories that will amaze you. And then when you return, you can pick up your freshly chock full of suds laundry. Come, let us go now.
I believe the end. I believe the end. Ah, yes. Yes. That could be a one-hand wave. I'm not sure.
Did you sense the aurora borealis and the disco lights in my
I
last
hope
line?
so. I hope so. I hope they were there.
All right. Awesome job. Thank you. All right. We have
plays.
Yeah, we have one final play tonight, and that's going to be Sheila Head's play. Before we start Sheila's play, let me mention that immediately following Sheila's play, we are going to have a little informal talkback conversation. So everybody gets to come on into the room, meet the writers, meet the actors, chat, ask questions, get to know each other. It's a ton of fun. Take about 10 minutes or so. So after we say goodnight officially, stick around and come back on screen for the talkback. All right, Sheila, take it away. Hey, Sheila, remind us what your unique individual suggestion was that you had.
Yes, as always, I like several. Let's pretend this morning never happened. Wait, there's more, and there was the rest of that. I wrote it down, but I didn't. The milk is out of date again, and I watched it at night with my parents. It's more or less. I worked all of that in.
Okay.
And it ends a little abruptly because there were some technical difficulties, but what are we gonna do? We'll just see what happens. Does everyone remember who's who?
I'm reading Dan.
All right, I'll read the stage directions. Godspeed, everyone. All right, here we go. And script up. One moment, please. Lights bump up. A bedroom. The bed is a mess. Dan and Katie lean exhausted against the headboard. Birds tweet. The sun shines relentlessly through the blinds.
Coffee?
Please.
He slips out of bed, pads to the kitchen.
You can come out now.
Pauline crawls out from under the bed.
This was seriously the worst night I've ever had.
Yeah, but now you know he's cheating on you.
With you. He's cheating on me with you.
I'm not the only one, I'm pretty sure. Look, I tried to tell you.
When did you try to tell me Dan was a cheater?
Pauline, I've been telling you every single time I've seen you. I tell you all the time at work. I'd seen his photo on your desk and I'd point at the photo and I'd say, he's a cheater, Pauline. And you just ignore me.
I wear my AirPod Pros at work. You know that. It helps me focus.
Well, I'm telling you now, he cheats.
Get out of my bed.
Oh, don't get all mad.
Katie gets out of the bed. Pauline gets in.
Now, you get under the bed.
I kind of want that coffee.
Get under the bed, Katie.
Katie crawls under the bed. Dan enters with the coffee.
The milk is out of date again. It should still be good, though. I smelled it. It smells okay.
He hands her the coffee, gets back in bed with his coffee.
Listen, Katie.
Yes?
Dan takes his glasses from the nightstand, puts them on.
Katie, I think we... Oh, Pauline! Well, how awkward. I just called you Katie.
You did. And why is that?
Dan looks around the room.
Because I'm horrible.
A closet opens and Uncle Fred comes out.
Hey, kids! Let's pretend this morning never happens. Sorry to bother you.
Uncle Fred exits the bedroom.
Why?
Why what?
Why did you call me Katie? And you are are you cheating on me, Dan? Are you cheating on me with Katie?
Yes, but I don't really like her. But she's fun.
Katie comes out from under the bed.
Really? She's fun? Is that the best you can do? I'm just fun? That's all? Fun, Katie?
Oh my God. Okay, ladies, here's the thing. Katie is fun, but I love Pauline. But Pauline, you're not that much fun.
No?
Honey, you've gotten kind of serious. You're always working.
Would a serious, unfun person do this?
She opens the bedroom closet. Uncle Fred is dressed as a clown.
Whee! I'm a clown!
He squeakily ties a balloon animal and hands it to Dan. Uncle Fred exits the bedroom door.
There is nothing fun about Uncle Fred's clown character, Pauline. That's just terrifying.
Hey, call me paranoid, but there's a man in here in the closet. There's another man in there. This isn't fun or sexy. This is creepy.
That's
just Uncle Fred.
Pauline crosses to the closet, opens it. Uncle Fred walks out.
Wait! There's more where that came from.
Uncle Fred exits through the bedroom door. He re-enters through the closet, waving a flag and tossing confetti. Uncle Fred exits through the bedroom door.
See? Just Uncle Fred.
This isn't normal.
It's just Uncle Fred.
Yeah, we'd watch his show when we were kids.
The Uncle Fred show. You never watched it, Katie?
No, is that an upstate thing?
Oh, is it ever? It was hilarious and kind of scary.
Oh, for sure. Uncle Fred's show was scary sometimes. That's why I watched it at night with my parents.
My parents never allowed me to watch it.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, I had to sneak off to my cousin's place to watch it.
Oh, how in the world did you sneak out on a Sunday morning to watch the Uncle Fred show?
I told my folks I was going to church. As hardcore atheists, it really broke their hearts.
The sound of a child's laughter is heard. It's echoey and creepy. It goes on and on.
Okay, Pauline, Dan cheats on you. Dan, there's an old-timey children's TV show TV host living in your closet.
It's my closet, too.
Creepy children's laughter is heard.
And there are creepy ghost children laughing.
That's just Uncle Fred's audience.
Yeah, fun, Katie. That's just Uncle Fred's dead children's audience.
Can I get my clothes back? I'd like to leave right now.
The closet door swings open. Uncle Fred is wearing Katie's clothes and he has scary bad drag makeup on.
Hi! I'm fun, Katie.
Dan and Pauline clap, delighted at Uncle Fred's shenanigans.
Let's pretend this morning never happened.
Uncle Fred exits through the bedroom door.
I've never felt so naked in my life.
Gosh, Pauline, you really went out of your way to be fun. I can't believe you got Uncle Fred to visit us at home.
Not just Uncle Fred. That's Uncle Fred's ghost. And this.
The northern lights and a disco ball appear.
Wow, you are fun. So much more fun than Katie. I love you, Pauline.
And the end.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
I apologized to everyone.
Oh my goodness. Well, there it is.
Woo! Weirdest bunch of plays I think we've ever done.
Yeah.
All right. We have a little presentation for you, don't we, Michael Dirk?
Well, I'm going to do my very best as always. But Miss Laura, you're going to do some talking, aren't you?
I will. We just want to thank everyone for coming and supporting us here, and people who've supported us since May of 2020, when we all had to shut down and stay inside for a long time. And now, as we're getting back to the new normal and we all get our acts together again, it's heartening to think back on how we recognized that supporting each other was a way of supporting ourselves. For us in the performing arts, we figured out a way to maintain our connection to our audience and you responded with warmth, encouragement, and generosity. So Synergy Theater and Freestyle Repertory Theater want to sincerely thank all those who have participated with us and contributed to our organization for the past 18 months and kept us active. And we're not out of the deep end yet, so if you'd like to toss us any size life preserver, our websites are in the chat, and we'd appreciate any support as we continue to keep our heads above water. Thank you all very much.
Yay.
Okay. So we are doing this monthly. Our next right away is not September 20th.
Nope, it's November 15th.
November 15th. You can register now. We're going to put a link in the chat. And let's have all our playwrights come on back on the screen. Here they are. Let's give them one more round of applause. And as Ken said, we are going to have a little talk back right now. So if you want to stay for that, you can pop back on your video. And if you're leaving, you can, we'll say goodbye and thank you. And Ken, you want to take it from there?
All right. Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to our talk back. So sometimes it's fun just to kick these things off with a question for the writers that they can start responding to. And then this is really much more fun if everybody just talks and chats and has fun. If you have a question you want to say or a response you want to offer yourself, just kind of give a little finger and then just jump in and start talking. So I'll start the ball rolling by asking the writers. Clearly there were some kind of absurd suggestions today. So I know, I guess the question is, how willing did you feel you were able to give yourself over to the nonsensical aspect of the suggestions, and did you find that helpful or a hindrance?
I will lead off by saying I longed for suggestions. I started writing, and about a half page, I was done. And I thought, this is not enough. And all of a sudden, Uncle Fred popped out, and I thought, well, that's good. That's another character, and he's going to add to this situation. So I was real thankful for any and all help that I could get tonight.
I have to say that I was surprised how much I morphed the suggestions into something else. I mean, they were metaphors. The uncle was a photograph. Usually I just like completely go with a suggestion. And I had to kind of tell myself, oh, well, that's what I'm doing tonight. Because I think my play was already so bizarre that I don't know. I guess that's why I did it. But it was different for me tonight for some reason.
My stuff is always weird. I mean, I'm just proud that I didn't have a talking animal this time. I felt like that was a triumph for me. A dead children's show host and ghost children, that's nothing compared to my usual talking dogs and cats. So there's that.
Sheila, I know you write, you're a writer as well as some of the other folks here. So a follow-up question is, how is your right-away writing very much different in style than what you write elsewise?
Yes. Yeah, I love doing this. And from the time we like 20 some odd years ago when we very first started doing this, it was always such a happy place for me to go because I never knew what was going to happen, as opposed to work writing where you've got to do the outline and you've got to do the thing and your character has to have a plan. You can't be blah, blah, blah. This is like someone comes out from under the bed. Okay, sure, why not? Yeah, I'll make it work.
Very cool.
I mean, I just have to say, when we did this 20 years ago, it was not laptops or computers. It was all typewriters. So we had that typing sound in the background all the time, which was just lovely for the event.
Yeah,
the difficult part for the event was getting Eric Krebs to give me the keys to the office so I could make copies on the Xerox machine. Right. That was the hard thing. So things have gotten much better over the years.
Some of us had word processors, not me.
Yeah.
But Kat, were you the one with the boom,
I'm
print
not.
right out.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh my God, it was crazy.
But I do remember having to like hand the copies in and then get them copied.
Yeah.
I was always like hosting or something.
Yes.
And one of the things I really loved back in the olden days, I've mentioned this before, is you could hear the typewriter.
Yeah.
In the house, in the theater, we could hear people because they go corners and type. It's a great sound.
Laura, Valpy, what about you? I know you write plays as well. Do you is your right-away style very different than your playwriting style when you're not doing it here?
Yeah, I after all this time, I still am, sometimes I am just slow to start. And maybe I need to find a way to embrace this, but I find myself wanting to set up the scene. I find myself very stage direction and stage description heavy. And I like, oh man, my editor gets in the way. I'm like, no, just come on, dialogue, come on. And I really, I don't know. It's a good, obviously a good challenge, and just get going. And for the question before about these sort of wackadoo suggestions that you guys throw out, I mean, they're total gifts. Like, whatever I had in my head as I'm like really loving the scene in my head. Oh, I'm going to paint it like this. It's going to be like this. And then Uncle Fred bursts out and it's like, all right, screw it. And then, all right, let's just let this character say what's on her mind at Uncle Fred. And then it's finally started getting fun to write. But then I'm like 15 minutes in already, but it's fun. I mean, goodness.
Anybody else have any questions that you'd like to pose for the writers, or anybody else who is here tonight? Yeah, Karen.
To the writers, where do you look for inspiration? Like, what do you things happen in common life, or from reading or songs, or where do you gain inspiration from for your awesome stories?
A timer that goes from 45 down is my inspiration.
Yeah. I like the improvising. I love it when people throw something unexpected in and you've got to quilt it in. It's really one of my all-time favorite things to do ever, is to improvise, whether it's this way or in person with my peers.
EJ?
Yeah, I actually had a question kind of related to that. For the writers, when you're doing this kind of an exercise, have you, knowing that you're going to get these things thrown at you like Uncle Fred in the cupboard, etc., do you write your stuff and then purposefully go back, or are you kind of hanging out waiting for the suggestion like Michael was and then carry on? Are you going back and cleaning up, or just surging on?
I'm not that quick.
There's no time to clean up.
Yeah. Most of the time you carry forward, but every once in a while there's that little detail, right? Yeah. You're like, oh, and it's like, oh, nice. Usually it's like there's something that it just works with that's already there, right? Yeah. Kat, I see you like, what are you gonna say, Kat?
Yeah, well, when I'm writing, I was just going to say exactly what you're saying is usually you're just going and then that inspires the next thing, as if you're improvising on stage in a scene for me, and then you get the next suggestion from the audience and you incorporate that and you move forward. But what's great about this for me, it's sort of the best of both worlds, which is for me, I'm improvising the way I improvise on stage. But every now and then I get to go back and like traveling back in time and reset something so that, there's a child's laughter that's here. So now I get to go back, and in the first scene, I can place there's the doll on the sofa, right? Or so-and-so talks about, the picture on the frame has a baby in it or something.
Sometimes we had a rehearsal a week ago, and I didn't say that the dog was talking just like a human would talk, and like no one cared that it was a dog. And so one of the things I did this time is I went up through really quickly and went down to make sure that things were as relatively clear as I could possibly make them, and just do a couple of little, like maybe repeat something or do something like that, because I just, you think so quickly and you're moving so quickly, and sometimes you forget that not everyone is along on your weird head trip with you. So sometimes you have to go in and redefine the world a little bit, just kind of put little map markers in them so that people don't get completely lost in my gray space.
How about this? Do any of the writers ever take a moment to pop on to Google and get a reference or a name that you can't
totally.
Really? Honest to God, I can't even pop on and find the scripts half the time. Jesus, you guys are amazing.
Like sometimes you get suggestions like, someone sings a, top 10 hit from 1964.
Oh, sorry, Livingston, go ahead.
I said, you're so quick. I finally at rehearsal and this week decided to stop even capitalizing things. So slowly.
Well, speaking of the speed that people have picked up over the last year and a half, Synergy Theater for a long time was doing a lot of online shows, and we used virtual backgrounds like this. So we always had like 5 or 6 virtual backgrounds that we would go into the show in our little library so we could use. But sometimes we'd be in the middle of a scene and someone would mention like a beach, and then like 30 seconds later, the next scene would start and there'd be a beach background. Like someone had the ability to go on the internet, find a beach, grab it, share it with everyone over chat, and get it up there. And I never acquired that skill, but a lot of people in my company have, and I was constantly amazed.
Wow, that's really cool.
We used to do that on stage with window shades. We were so prehistoric. We would really just pull these shades down that were beach settings or whatever.
Oh man.
And something the audience might not know, which they should know, is that Dante over there, he didn't know he was going to be an actor in one of the shows today. We kind of threw that at him last minute just because he's cool and we like him. And so that awesome performance you saw him do really was quite improvisational. He had no idea he was going to be cast like that.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dante.
Yeah, thank you, Dante. Good job.
What else? Any final questions or comments anybody would like to make?
Yeah, what was the audience? What was your favorite exercise that you did, and why?
Oh, I really liked when you make the little story with the alphabet. That was my favorite.
That's fun. That's fun. That's fun.
Dante, do you perform improvisation or study improvisation?
No, not much. I study a little bit, like with Sheila when I was in school, and like this, I think it was only with her. That's it. Never with it.
You gotta get more. What do I say about improv? That's your secret weapon, man. That's your silver bullet. You need that all the time. Get out there and practice. Talk to these people, Dante. They will hook you up.
Okay. Thanks.
EJ was about to say something.
The game, the exercise where we basically put words to the portrait, because that really gave, everyone had a different approach to it, but it was writing a monologue. I mean, it was monologuing. It was wonderful. I loved the stuff everyone came up with. And so many of us chose the same picture, which I was amazed by for some reason. Yeah.
Yeah, like the first, was it the first 3 people or 2 people chose the military?
First 3 of us
figure,
did,
right?
It is surprising to me how even when we're this far apart, that people seem to kind of have the same thought. Like today, our scripts were so absurd. They really, all of them were kind of Beckett-like. And in rehearsal last week, I felt like there was massive die-offs in them. They all had something to do with the pandemic, and the show in September there was a lot of funeral or approaching individual, people at a funeral or someone who's about to die. And it really, it wasn't like, we got a suggestion of you're standing in a coffin or something. It was just kind of everyone seemed to do that. So everyone choosing the same portrait. It happens. I don't know how it happens. To get on a wavelength.
Yeah, it definitely happens.
It was really fun being able to look at the portrait and hear the monologue being read and imagine it coming out of that character's mind.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that video. When you post this video, Ken, I want to see the jam. See that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It was cool. Speaking of that, I'm going to stop live streaming.